This time, I would like to welcome Ms. Sarah Smith. She's the Senior Manager for Recreation for Parks and Recreation, and she will be doing our presentation tonight. Welcome, Ms. Smith.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So thank you so much for having me this evening. As she mentioned, my name is Sarah Smith, and I'm the Recreation Senior Manager with the Department of Parks and Recreation. And this evening, I will be reviewing the 2024 program offerings offered by what we call DPRT, which is the Department of Parks and DPR. We just recently changed our name. We're the Department of Parks and Recreation. And then after I review our summer program offerings, I'll be discussing our youth employment opportunities. Okay, so this is a QR code. If you are on your computer, I will provide the link at the end of this presentation that you can follow along with me. But we are going to first start off with our summer camp offerings. Registration for summer camp is now open. It opened on Tuesday at 8 a.m. So I'm going to take you quickly to our camp guide to show you our offerings. So this is what our summer camp guide looks like for 2024. We have about 300 camp offerings this summer, and they range from full and half-day programs. We have 7 locations for our full-day summer camps. Those include the Chinnequahoken Fitness Center, the Dale City Recreation Center, Locust Shade Park, Lake Ridge Park, the Brentsville Courthouse, Veterans Park, and Silver Lake Park. Our full-day camp offerings are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and we also offer extended care options. So to talk briefly about them, this is what our summer camp guide looks like. It has tips and tricks for how to register, as well as information about payments, policies, cancellations, and refunds. And it also explains our EPAC system, which is what we use for child record keeping. So in here, as I mentioned, you'll find a wide variety of camps, but I just want to point out that the Department of Parks and Recreation is an inclusive environment. If you have any inclusion needs, we ask that you reach out to our ADA coordinator. Her name is Veronica Lockman. But we want to create an inclusive atmosphere for people with and without disabilities. So in here again, you will find a wide variety of camp offerings. As I mentioned, our full day camps are for school age children, so that's 6 to 14. If your child has been through kindergarten and is 5, we will make an age exception. You can just reach out to us at one of our front desk locations. In addition to our full day camps, we also offer a wide variety of partial day camps and specialty camps. So we have things like First Tee, which is our golf program. We have our historic preservation camps. We have engineering, music, dance, painting, cyber tech. We have computer coding classes, archery, paddleboarding, painting like abracadoodle. We also have some chess camps. We have a knitting camp. We have a wide variety, and those all can be found here within our summer camp guide. I do want to point out, if at any time you find a camp that you are interested in, you can click this link at the top. That says click to register, and this will take you to our activity registration page. This is what it looks like. You can navigate over here. I strongly encourage you to utilize the filters. You can pick summer camp. We also have subtypes of camp. So if there's a specific type of camp you're looking for, you can click on your subtype. And you can also filter by location. So once you pick your categories, you can hit search. And then the camps that either fit your age group, your location, or the subtype you're looking for will pop up. So those are our summer camp offerings. In addition to that, we also have summer programs. These are programs that happen outside of summer camp, so they're usually shorter. These are offered May through August of 2024. These have not yet been published, but they will be published on April 2nd with online registration beginning April 9th at 8 a.m. So in addition to summer camps, we have a wide variety of programming. We have adult and youth classes, some of our dance programs, and these are just some fun pictures for you to see of our actual participants. We also offer nature and outdoor programs like hikes, family and youth archery, paddleboarding. We have boardwalk events like full moon hikes or stargazing. We have sport camps and clinics like golf, soccer, basketball. We have a track program. And then of course we offer a wide variety of swim lessons. Our swim lessons take place at both Dale City Recreation Center and the Chin Aquatic and Fitness Center. In addition to this, we offer some amphitheater shows over at Locust Shade Park. That's on our east end. That's a big, I think that's a bearded dragon that came last year. I'm not a fan of the creepy crawlies, but the kids love them. We also have arts and crafts classes, cooking classes, and music classes. We have an adaptive program called the Miracle League. This starts up in April. If you are interested, that this registration for the Miracle League program has begun already. It's one of our unique classes that runs over multiple leisures. It's an inclusive baseball environment that's played on our field at George Helwig Memorial Park. In addition, we have some special interest programs like a fishing derby. We have paint and pour and more. We have Easter egg hunts. There's just a wide variety of programming. We also have historic preservation. Here's a photo from one of our reenactments at the Brentsville Courthouse. Would you like me to take questions about programming now or the end?
To you, we do have a couple of questions in the chat. If you want, I can go ahead and just get that.
That'd be
So
great.
one of the questions that came in, it said some camps are already waitlisted. Will they open up, or is this typical to fill up so soon?
It's fairly typical. We have some camps that are more popular than others, but people will switch camps throughout. So we will follow the wait list in accordance with the number that you're on it. So if you're one or two, the chances are high that you will get in. But it is typical that our camps fill up quickly.
Okay, another of the question says, when are we able to register, and can a link be sent out or added to the chat? I know you said we'll add the chat, add it in the chat later, correct?
Yes, register for summer programs or for summer camp. Because summer camp registration is already open. So you're welcome to register now. Summer programming will open for registration on April 9th.
Are students, can students that live outside of Prince William register if maybe they're going to childcare in Prince William County or something like that?
Absolutely. There are no restrictions for resident versus non-resident. These are really good questions.
Let's see. One of the questions is, when did the summer camp registration start?
Tuesday. It started this Tuesday, March 5th is when it opened. Again, I just want to take you to, excuse me, it's covering my tabs here. I just want to take you again to this splash page. It's parksandrec@pwcgov.org. And I will put that in the chat so you can click it in. You'll see our splash page here. So there's a wide variety of activities. You can log in or create an account in order to register online. You're also welcome to call any of our centers with the front desk. I'd recommend calling Chin or the Dale City Recreation Center.
I think those are all the questions for now.
Okay, great. So I want to talk briefly about our seasonal job opportunities. So the Department of Parks Recreation, I keep wanting to say and tourism, I apologize. Department of Parks and Recreation is the largest employer of youth in Prince William County. We do have a large seasonal operation, which we hire for. So I'm going to come back to this slide and I'm just going to play a quick video. Okay, so that's one of our promotions for our lifeguard positions. I will say lifeguard is usually our highest demand. And right now we have an extremely high demand for lifeguards at our Splashdown Water Park specifically, which is located in Manassas. This QR code is a link to sign up for what we call a swim test. We offer hiring events and they take place at the Chin Aquatic and Fitness Center. That QR code will take you to this link. This is to sign up for a lifeguard swim test and interview during these hiring events. If you're interested, you'll swim 100 yards, breaststroke or freestyle. You'll then swim, you'll tread in the deep end for 1 minute, and then we do a brick retrieval from the deepest part of our pool. If you do sign up for this, it's March 11th between 4 and 5 p.m. You'll be swim tested. Once you pass the swim test, then you'll be granted an interview. If the interview goes well, they will sign you up right then and there for a lifeguard class. We pay for the lifeguard certification, so that is not out of pocket. But we do need lifeguards. Must be 15 years old by, I believe the date is 6/15/24. Excuse me. I'm clicking around a little bit. I apologize. By 6/15/2024. In addition to our lifeguard classes, we do have other seasonal job opportunities. These happen at the Chin Aquatic and Fitness Center, at Dale City, Veterans Park, Lake Ridge Park. There's a wide variety of locations. We hire camp counselors. In order to be a camp counselor, you must be over the age of 18. We have water park attendants. We hire inclusion aides for summer camp. Of course, lifeguards, as I just mentioned, that is our highest need. We have managers on duty and instructors. So I want to show you quickly, if you follow this QR code link, that will take you to this page. It has our county employee and summer jobs. So you can see here, we have assistant park managers, water park attendants, camp counselors, we have food and beverage staff, inclusion aides, and lifeguards. You will need to apply online, and then you'll be contacted by a hiring manager. So you can just click up here on the link, sign in, and fill out all your information.
We did have a question in the chat about employment.
Sure.
It says for kids at the age of 14, is there a limit of hours that they can work, or is it until the event is over? Do you hire
we do have
14
positions for 14-year-olds. I believe it's a marina attendant over at Lake Ridge Park. Those positions may be full, but you can check the application website. If it's open, it will be there. As far as hours in the summer, there is a summer exemption for youth working. During the school year, there are a little bit different rules regarding employment. So we don't limit hours in the summer.
Okay. Michaela Sims, you have a question?
Yeah, so I'm a college student. I'm a second-year college student. I graduated from a Prince William County school here. So about the summer job opportunities, I'm looking at the link right now, and it's all the different type of positions. And but the one asking about specifically, like camp counselor, assistant park
Mhm.
manager, ones like those. I have work experience. I have about 3 years of work experience in general, just not as a manager or just not as a camp counselor. So do I need previous experience in those specific areas in order to apply and get a great chance at this?
So I would encourage you to apply where any work experience is excellent. We hire a wide variety of backgrounds with a wide variety of experience. So don't let what area your experience is in deter you. I would strongly encourage you to apply or speak with a manager at one of the locations that you're interested in.
Okay, thank you. And I also had one more question.
Sure.
Do you have any tips for the applicants for those types of positions, like I said, like the camp counselor and the park manager? Do you have any tips for those applicants?
Sure. I would just be as thorough as possible in defining your defining your experience so that it's very clear that when we get the application that you have that experience. But otherwise, uh, we we review every single application that comes through and we do our best to reach out to all of our applicants.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, we have some more questions in the chat. How long after applying does someone contact the applicant?
We do our best to reach out to applicants within 72 hours, depending on the day of the week, but we do our best to reach out to applicants regularly so that they're not waiting around. So I encourage everyone to check their email from a hiring manager.
Will you also reach out to applicants that, let's say, that may not necessarily get selected, or if the position is full?
Absolutely. So everyone who applies is notified that their application has been reviewed. If we have another position that we feel that you might be better suited for, we will email you and encourage you to apply for an alternate position.
One of the questions that came in is chess a summer program or a summer camp?
We have a summer camp for chess. The summer leisure, which is separate from summer camp, has not yet come out. I believe there is a separate chess program, but there is definitely a chess summer camp.
Okay. Another of the questions that we have, and these are really good questions.
Yeah.
If this is the first job, is there opportunity for that as well? So if this is the first time they're going to be employed?
Absolutely, 100%. As I mentioned, we are the largest employer of youth in Prince William County. We understand that for a lot of our students coming in, this is their first position. So we go through an onboarding process. We train all of our staff who come on board because we want everyone to be set up to be successful and have the best possible summer experience.
Another question is, are you able to apply at 17 for 18 and up jobs if you turn 18 before the actual job starts?
Yes. You would just be subject to background checks when you turn 18. So we couldn't process those until after your 18th birthday.
Okay. One of the questions also that came in is, what if a child has special needs, or someone that wants to apply has special needs? What type of jobs can they do?
We have a wide variety of jobs. We are an inclusive environment, so I would encourage them to apply to any job that piques their interest.
Another question is, how many 14-year-old summer jobs will there be other than Lake Ridge? Do you have any other opportunities for 14-year-olds?
That's a really good question. I think 14 is, I think the marina attendant is our only 14 job. I can double check that though. Some of our attendant positions may be 14. I can get back to you for sure with that answer.
Another question is, when and typically, like, the work hours? What does it look like, I guess?
It depends on the location and the position. Hours varies. So for example, our parks are open dawn to dusk. Our water parks are open from noon to 6 usually, but we do our best to chunk the days in reasonable timeframes. So we are flexible. We will work with you what works with your schedule.
Okay. Another of the questions that was asked when they're applying, if they're students, do you recommend they use their school email address or their personal email address?
I recommend you use whatever email address you check regularly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was going to say that, yeah.
Yes. The one you check.
The one you check.
The other one is, or is there also employment for maybe over 18 that are not necessarily students?
Yes, absolutely. We encourage anyone to apply. We also have some specialty instructor positions. I forgot to mention that. So for example, we'll hire skateboard instructors and tennis instructors. So there's a wide variety of positions out there.
Some really good questions. I think those are all our
Absolutely.
questions for now.
Okay. That's it?
Yep.
I'm sorry, I have one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
Are these all of the different positions as of now? Will this be updated or is this officially it?
So we actually started hiring January. So we have hired quite a few positions. So what is posted right now is what's available. It doesn't mean that more may come online, depending on school schedules and our returners, but most likely these are our positions that we have posted right now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We have a couple more that came in. Someone asked if they have already, let's say, a planned vacation with family, would that preclude them from employment? Or is that something they can work out?
Absolutely not. It's something that they can work out with their supervisor at their location. As I said, we do our best to be flexible, accommodate family schedules as well. We understand that it is your summertime. So we do our best to work within your restraints.
So for 14-year-olds, do you recommend or do they need to submit a resume, especially if this may be their first job?
I would encourage them to fill out the application to the best of their ability with the information that they do have.
All right. Yes, one of the questions is the details for today's presentation and the video. Yes, I'm going to send a follow-up email to everyone that registered. This will include the presentation today, so you'll have access to all the QR codes as well as the video recording, so that you're able to go back and watch. And then Ms. Smith will also send me whatever additional resources she would like for you to have, so I'll have that in there. Another question came in, is there supplemental support to parents for families to assist with camp fees?
So we do have a scholarship program that ran in early January. It was open from January 2nd till February 2nd. We have made all of those scholarship awards, so that is currently closed for this year. But I would encourage you to subscribe to the DPR newsletter, because that's the best way to stay informed about when those application processes open. That's called the Count Me In Scholarship, and I can share that webpage with you as well.
Okay, perfect. A question came in. I'm not sure if this is maybe something for you, but says, are there any courses or programs for 11-year-olds that may potentially be covered by the county?
Covered by, you mean costs covered by the
I
county?
assume it means cost.
Not that I'm aware of,
Okay.
at least not through the Department of Parks and Recreation.
Someone asked if you could provide the resource or just the website in the chat.
Oh, sure.
So they can have it. The scholarship resource that you're referring to.
Absolutely. If I can figure out how to get to the chat, I will absolutely share that with you.
Hi, can I also ask a question? I was wondering if a 16-year-old were to help as an inclusion assistant, what would that look like?
So our inclusion aides are much like our camp counselors. We do require them to be 18.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Another question, it says when they're putting in, when we put the school on our application, do we put the school for the 23-24 school year or the 24-25 going into next year when they're applying for summer programs?
Either one is fine. Let me see if I can. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second so that I can enter some information into the chat for you.
And while she's doing that, if you guys have any more questions, please feel free to type them in the chat or you can raise your hand.
Excuse me.
First one.
Yes, one question.
Yes,
When
ma'am.
Yes, when is the employment, when begins, and what, how long does it take the employment?
How long does it, I'm sorry, can you repeat your question for me?
She asked, when does the employment typically begin, and how long does it go through in the summer?
So generally we go through, we start Memorial Day, and it goes until school begins.
When is the day, please?
It depends on the location and the position, because some positions require training prior to the end of school. So it depends on the position that you're applying to.
Excuse
Typically,
me,
Memorial Day is at the end of May, right?
Yes.
So the
Mhm.
end of May through right before school starts.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
could you send me, hello? Could you send me this information to my email, please?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to send a follow-up email with the presentation, the recording, and then any additional resources.
Okay, thank you.
Someone just asked a question. I think they were kicked out of Zoom, and they're asking for what are all the opportunities for 14-year-olds? You said it was the Lake Ridge. Is that the main one?
Yes, I need to double check what other positions we have for 14-year-olds, but it is limited. We usually
Okay.
begin at 15.
So what we can do is, once Ms. Smith, confirms which ones they are, when I'll send you the email tomorrow, I'll make sure and attach those specifically on there so that you have an idea which ones those are.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Do we have any other questions?
So I did put some links in the chat. I put in the link to the Count Me In scholarship, the link to the swim test registration. If you're interested in becoming a lifeguard, I strongly encourage you to come in for a swim test. As I mentioned, our next one is March 11th. I also linked to the online summer camp guide so you can see all of our offerings. And then I also put in the parksandrec.pwcgov.org. That is a link to our registration website.
Ms. DP, you have a question?
Hi, yes, I would type it in the chat, but it was going to take me a minute to type it all, and I wanted to get through it a
No
little bit
worries.
faster. So, this is for specific to one of the jobs in regarding to I believe it was kayaking, paddle boating instruction. Is
Mhm.
that something that you need to have past experience in that type of, I guess, boating style, or is that something that you're going to get trained on? Because I know you had mentioned previously that there were certain jobs that required training, and I was wondering if that was one of the ones where you were going to be trained, or if that was something with previous knowledge.
So that's a great question. All of our job postings, just to be clear, list the minimum requirements. That specific job, I just pulled it up for you really quick. You must be at least 16 years of age. And that is the requirement at this time. I would encourage you to apply. We do have a wide variety of instructors, so there will be some on-site training, but obviously we want to make sure that you're comfortable in a boat and with paddles and comfortable teaching.
Okay, perfect. I was just wondering because I'm a rower, so I do have boat experience, but I
excellent.
wasn't sure it wasn't for those exact things, so I wasn't
That's
sure
okay.
since there wasn't much listed in the requirements if that was something that. But thank you, appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. If you're a rower, please apply. We'd love to have you.
I was going to ask, are there any job fairs for any of the students that they could potentially attend for positions with Parks and Rec?
Yes, there's actually a job fair this evening at Woodbridge High School. I believe there's also another one on April 8th at Colgan High School. There's a summer job fair. And then of course I sent the link to our swim test, but that is a job fair for lifeguards specifically.
All right. And I'm just reposting some of the links in the chat because I think someone came in later and they were unable to see them. So
Sure.
In the chat.
is there a question?
These are really good questions.
Ma'am, I was going to
Son todas
ask
buenas
you.
preguntas. Iba a preguntar,
Yes, ma'am.
¿sí?
So the 15-year-olds, I know they cannot be a camp counselor, but they could do the marina job, the lifeguard, correct? Any other job that the 15-year-olds can do?
Our main position for 15-year-olds is our lifeguarding positions, as long as you're 15 by, I believe, June 15th of this year.
Thank
You're welcome. We do hire some concessionaires, but I believe those positions have been filled already.
Were there any other questions?
Your camp, I'm sorry, not your summer camp. The thing that hasn't been posted yet that I think you said on April 9th, like the
Mhm.
summer program, is that for the teachers for those summer programs, you would have to be at least 16 or 18?
To participate in the summer programs?
Like as employment, would you have to be over 18?
The over 18 is for our inclusion needs and our camp counselors.
Okay. And so for the summer program, like you said, a dance program and all those different things that you mentioned,
Mhm.
if you wanted to work, you would need to be at least 16 or 18 for that.
So we aren't, those instructor positions are currently filled. The only ones we have for instructors, I believe right now, are skateboarding and paddling and kayaking. I believe those are the only two instructor positions we have open at this time.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we do have year-round staff as well. So they
Okay,
also
thanks.
work during the summer.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and I can show you an example of the leisure from last year, just so you can see what it would look like. It's very similar to our summer camp guide, but this is what it looks like. It shows all of our preschool offerings. As I mentioned, we have a wide variety of swim lessons in the summer. So we have different levels as well. This is last year's example, but I have reviewed the programs that will come out. And again, that registration date is April 9th.
We did have another question about the types of job that special needs maybe students can do. So if you don't mind providing me with just a list of possible, maybe what the 14-year-olds and then also maybe students with special needs can do as well, so that whenever I send the email out tomorrow, they'll be able to just check on that.
Absolutely, no problem.
Right. I think those are all our questions.
Okay, they're great questions.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Again, I will send a follow-up email tomorrow to everyone who has registered for this session tonight with the PowerPoint presentation as well as the recording and then any additional resources. We have placed the survey link for tonight's session in the chat. If you would just take a couple of minutes to fill that out, to let us know how we're doing, and then any future programming you would like to have, please go ahead, and any feedback is greatly appreciated. So thank you, Ms. Smith, for joining us tonight. We appreciate you, and thank you for providing us with this information. And
Thank you so much for having me.
Yep, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, and one last thing, I'm sorry. If you wanted to help out with the Miracle League, you need to be 18, correct?
No, we take all sorts of volunteers. If you'd like to register to be a volunteer, I can provide that information as well.
Okay. Okay. So you cannot work, you cannot do any kind of like paid thing with that, but you can definitely volunteer at different ages.
Yeah, we don't have any paid positions for the Miracle League. That's an all volunteer program, but you can definitely volunteer as an angel in the outfield.
Oh, sure. And you could be like 16, for instance?
Yep, absolutely.
And then what about someone who's a little bit younger, like maybe 14 or 15? Could you
Yeah, that
volunteer?
would be fine if absolutely. We accept a wide variety of volunteers.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay.
I think there was one last question that came in. I didn't know if you wanted to answer it before us.
For the 50-year-old,
Yeah.
they asked if there's jobs for someone that's older than just 18, someone.
Absolutely. We have teachers who work as summer camp counselors. We have, believe it or not, we have adults who work as a lifeguard in the summer. We have instructor positions. Yeah, absolutely. They're not just for youth. They're for open to anyone.
Perfect. And we'll go ahead and send also, I guess, the date for the upcoming job fair that's coming up. So
Yeah, that's through your CTE division.
oh, okay, the career
Mhm.
fair.
Yep.
Today?
The one today and and in April. Yep.
Okay, so there will be another opportunity in April for,
Yes.
okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll send you an email. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.